You might be wondering what's going on. Well, we're just going out for a couple of days. Nadia's home, and it's just a big construction site at home, right? So it's nice to get out, and this might be the last time Nadia is off this summer. So let's just enjoy it. We are now driving to a small village called Le Mont d'Or, which is in Le Puy area. Is that correct, Nadia?
I think so.
Le Puy Sancerre. Anyway, it's just a nature area reserve, old volcanoes, a little bit west of Clermont-Ferrand, which is 2 hours from where we live, and it's just absolutely stunning. We're just going to a hotel in a winter sport village, outdoor village, nice hotel, and hopefully do some hiking today and maybe tomorrow as well, depends on the weather. I think it's going to be rainy today, so or tomorrow. So let's just avoid this cyclist here. It's just the Tour de France went here last year. It's a very popular area with cyclists, and cyclists is really national hobby here in France. So I better avoid them. Yeah, if you're not interested in all this, we're gonna do a few minutes with clips of where we are hiking, of the nature, of the views. If you're not interested, then skip down to this minute. Then you go straight back into the DIYing. Hopefully pouring a floor. Anyway, we'll see. We are just going to enjoy this first. So that was a lovely couple of days hiking and staying in a beautiful mountain village. I love the mountains. I love the sea, I love the mountains, I love the desert, all of it. But we're back, and we've got a job to do. We've got to pour the floor of the bathroom. We've got to embed the floor heating, the electrical floor heating, in a layer of cement. And this is a leveling cement. You follow the instructions like I always do, to the letter, and then you got a very fluid kind of cement that works itself in all the nooks and crannies and leaves a basically perfect horizontal level floor. And on top of that floor we're going to tile. Makes it a lot easier, and also I think it will increase the effectiveness of the floor heating, because it's really embedded in that solid material, right? So it can give off its heat very efficiently. So what do we got? Have a look. We got our floor, obviously, and because the mesh that the heating element is attached to was standing up in places, and also the heating elements, the wire, the green wire you see, was standing up in places, I just whacked down a little bit of cement to weigh it down and to stick it in place. What we're gonna do is just pour out the leveling cement, and then everything later that sticks above the leveling cement we just grind down. So we're sure that everything will be embedded. But what I did forget was to cut a channel for the electricity. I mean, I've got electricity coming out of that hole there, but that's the feed. Now I gotta have a channel that leads the electricity down into the heating. And also I've got that white rope there, which is the temperature sensor that needs to be installed in the floor to tell the thermostat up there to stop warming or to continue warming to reach the temperature that I set on the thermostat. So I should have obviously made my arrangements before by cutting a channel in the wall and installing a conduit, but I forgot that. So unfortunately I'll have to do that right now before we pour the cement on the floor, and I am going to be very careful because I don't want to damage those green heating element wires. So I'm going to put some foam insulation board on the floor and then take my shoes off and work very carefully, hopefully. So yeah, let's take up precautions and start cutting a channel. Okay, so I'm set. I've got my leveling cement. We are in the right temperature. It says 6 liters of water. It will live for 15 to 20 minutes. That's easy. I can walk over it after 4 hours, and you can lay something on top in 24 to 72 hours. 25 kilo bag. I'm gonna do it exactly as they want me to do. I'm just going to add some fibers in it, which will make it more strong, but that should be okay. I got my mixing bowl. I got a bucket to scoop it out from because this is going to be too heavy to carry inside. I don't want to disturb the floor heating. I got my measuring thingy. I got my mixer ready. I got my hose ready. I'm basically set. This is all clean, vacuum cleaned. I've got a little dam there so that it doesn't run into the shower. I've got a little dam over here that it doesn't run into the other area, what's going to be bedroom. I've got my wire in the ducting set in the wall and secured. I can do the rest of the ducting later once this is in place, because my priority now is to get this floor in, because then the floor heating is protected. Yeah, let's just go for it. I'm gonna add my water first and then my cement. Otherwise it can stick to the bucket. Right, so it's been roughly 4 hours. Yeah, roughly 4 hours since we poured this floor, and according to the manufacturer you should be able to walk on it after 3 hours. And yeah, it's definitely still humid, but I am working on it. Well, I can still see the coils somewhere here, the heating coils, not exposed but barely covered. So we're gonna add another layer on top of this leveling cement. Now all those bumps are obviously caused by the cement I'd thrown in order to make the wires and the mesh stay down. I will sand that all smooth. See here, this is a tricky one. Bloody hell. That's a wire exposed. That's not good. Gotta be careful with that one. Wow, I didn't see that one. If I'd sawn this, then I would have changed this before. That's not very good. I might have to be creative with the tiling because of that. Now yeah, anyway, let's just throw in another 2 bags of leveling cement and see where that takes us. Okay. Okay. Let that find its way. I'm mixing in about 8 liters of water instead of the 6 that is recommended by the manufacturer, because I want to have it a little bit more runny.
Marius?
Yeah?
Again with the mismeasurements.
No, I'm not mismeasuring.
Yes.
Because it says...
If it says 6, do 6.
Yeah, but it says about 6.
It does not.
Yes, it does.
No, show me where it says that.
Here. Here, environ 6 liters.
Okay.
So that's alright.
Okay, but I feel like 2 liters more is quite a lot more.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Hopefully it works.
It will work because I've done it several times before.
Okay.
It's, again, a lot of money that goes somewhere where you will never see it again. But you can't skimp on these things, you know. I don't want to agitate it too much, just showing that there's more to discover and then letting it find its own way. And that's all I'm doing. And I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. You know, I'm pretty good at carpentry. I'm pretty good at plumbing, pretty good at painting. I can do masonry, can get my way around electrics, but what I'm really bad at is tidying up. I know how to organize and I like everything organized, but it's just the tidying up part that I really can't get my head around. Have a look at my workshop as it is right now. So that's my workbench. That's my number one go-to toolbox. Well, that there is an établi, or an old workbench that I bought, well, almost 2 years ago. We were going to revamp that and use it as a part of the furniture. Maybe in the bathroom, maybe in the kitchen. Well, it's going to be the kitchen, but that thing is too weak to stand on its own. So it's laying there upside down, and it's been a pain in the butt ever since, because it's huge and it's heavy and you can't utilize it. It takes up way too much space. So my plan is to take that one apart and bring it upstairs, because eventually it's going to the kitchen anyway. Yeah, I should be tidying up really, but this is also important.
I can't leave Marius or trust him to tidy up his things and organise and clean up stuff by himself. I have to be here for supervision, otherwise I come to check on him and find that he's now painting something. There's no, you just got to keep on top of it. It's like having a kid.
Now, for your reference, you see me now at my worst. I'm at my absolute worst, because I'm so far out of my comfort zone. Tidying up, it's just, I find it incredibly hard to work it all out. I keep thinking if I had a larger workshop where everything was nicely categorized and where you had a corner for woodworking and a corner for metalworking, it would be easier, but I know myself, it would still be a mess, you know, and the more room you have, the more stuff you get, the bigger the mess becomes. Anyway, we have to go through this. I'm just making some good photos of this établi, of this workbench, because I want to be able to put it together later on. I'm going to take it apart. Parts of the wood need to be replaced because they're just too old, and it just needs to be rebuilt, but I would like to keep it as original as possible. We're gonna use it in the kitchen. I think it's gonna be a workbench or a countertop or a part of the kitchen. So I made a lot of photos, and I'm gonna take it apart, and then I'm gonna store it upstairs for now. Thank you all for watching, for subscribing, for liking. Thank you very much for sharing, really important. I would like to grow this channel a little bit more, and sharing is really important. Big thank you to the people below for supporting us by buying us a coffee. Really a lot appreciated. Well, I think this is it with the établi, the workbench for now. I've just completely removed the legs. In the end, you know, it is about the countertop, isn't it? I mean, the countertop has to look aged and worn, with a life behind it, a working life, and then you got the vise, obviously. But the legs were just in such a bad shape. I am going to rebuild them also with old wood, but wood that's in a bit of a better shape. And also we have to make it to size, the right height, 90 centimeters in Europe. Counter height, and yeah, God knows, maybe we need to shorten it. I hope not. I hope we can use it in one piece. It would be a shame to shorten it, but anyway, it's a bit more maneuverable now. Nadia and I gotta carry it upstairs and leave it there because this area needs to be sort of cleaned out slowly. Anyway, hey, for next week, I think I'm gonna start with the tiling in the bathroom. I've been walking on the cement, on the floor, and that's possible, but I really want to give it, a good 2 days to cure. And then I can grind those bumps down and I can start with the tiling. Yeah, that's gonna be really exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully in the next episode. Alright people, thank you very much. Bye now.